So someone once told me before to start my own sole proprietorship and get my company to pay my sole proprietorship instead of paying me. Is that a good advice for any person who's under a salary?
I would say no difference. Okay, why? See, this is a big misunderstanding. One thing that most people do not know is that sole proprietorship equals to individual income, which means whatever you earn from this sole proprietorship goes back to your individual income and you'll be paying tax at the same tax
No
rate.
benefit.
Yeah. And if you say, hey, but I have got expenses,
Business
right? I've
expenses,
got
yeah,
business, but you really have to incur that. I mean, if you don't need to incur such expense, why incur that? Unless you say, my business model requires me to incur a lot of expenses before I can do that work. Right, then yes, then it makes sense because
like a freelancer.
Yes, like a freelancer, for example. But if I am really a salaried employee, I don't have to use my own resources, and whatever that you pay me, instead of paying me as an individual, you pay my sole proprietorship. Basically, it's the same because I would have no expenses that I have to incur on my own. But the difference is when you set up a company, a Sendirian Berhad,
right?
or an LLP, a limited liability partnership, because that would be a separate entity as compared to an individual. And this entity, which is the LLP or the Sendirian Berhad, is paying at a lower tax rate as compared to an individual.
Because it's also tiered, right? For the Sendirian Berhad level.
Only if this company qualifies as an SME, small medium enterprise. Of course, there are a lot of conditions over there. Let's just say if this Sendirian Berhad does not qualify as SME, the highest tax rate is 24%, flat rate. But if you compare to an individual's highest tax rate is 30%. By looking at this, if you are someone that is really earning a lot, that's a 6% difference between a Sendirian Berhad and individual. And of course, if you can make that Sendirian Berhad qualify as an SME, you have 15% for the first 150,000 chargeable income. Next 450,000 will be at 17%. That's 600,000 already. Anything above 600,000 will be taxed at 24%. Then you see, hey, I'm really paying lower tax as compared to earning it as an individual.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Borak Bursa. If you enjoyed what you saw, check out our full episodes in our link in bio.